I get more lost.
Do you want to know how Where Do I Go by DJ Antoine, Aloe, Blac, and Infinity was made? Here comes a more detailed track breakdown. Let's begin with a nice and punchy kick. Then we have added some hi-hats and percussions. The bass is made out of a top bass from Serum, on which I put LFO tool for sidechaining, an EQ to cut the low end and some of the low mids, and then a filter which is used to low pass on the end of the song. I have then added a sub-bass from Nexus, on which I have put an instance of Pro Q3 to remove everything below 31 Hz and everything above 780 Hz, and an LFO tool for sidechaining. On top of that we'll find the lead trumpet, which sounds like this, playing a sweet and hooky melody. Additionally, we have a Blac synth playing some chords made with Spire. I have added an EQ to remove everything below 140 Hz and to cut some low mids, as well as the LFO tool for sidechaining. Below that, we have a typical Nexus dance piano, adding some grit to the mids. I have compressed it with a UAD LA2A and EQ'd it with a Pro Q3. Then there is Kickstart for sidechaining and the Pultec EQ to add more mids, which drastically changed the sound from this to this. Further down we'll find the guitars. These are played by our friend Adrian Stern from Switzerland. The filter freak is used to do the low-pass filter in the verse sections and is followed by a Fairchild compressor and a Pultec EQ to boost some of the mids, as well as the R-comp for traditional sidechain compression. Further down we approach the vocals by Avicii singer Aloe Blac. We have one center lead vocal and 4 doubles, as well as additional harmonies and ad-libs. And it all sounds like this.
If your love won't take me there,
the vocals are processed by external hardware, like the 1176 and the Teletronics LA2A. The whole vocal bus also runs through some hardware. In this case, I have used the SSL Silver EQ and stereo dynamics of my SSL X-Rack. To complete the whole drop section, I have added some little noise effects that sound like this. And here's all together.
Oh, where do I go? Where do I go? If your love won't take me there.
On the chorus part, before the drop, we have added a pad made with Nexus. It has some slight sidechain effect from the LFO tool, and I have further added an SSL channel strip, which I used only for the automation of the mute to cut off the release of the sound on some of the parts, for instance right before the drop. Since I do all the mastering of my productions on my own, I'm going to show you what sits on the master bus. I have inserted the hardware SSL bus compressor from my SSL X-Rack, which feeds into the SSL Fusion, adding some nice EQ, saturation and tube mojo, followed by Softtube's tape plugin to add some more warmth, and the God Particle, which is a nice multi-band compressor and saturation box. As a final limiter, I mostly use the FabFilter Pro L2. And the whole master chain sounds like this.